Oh my goodness. I just had a nightmare. Oh my goodness. I dreamt that our cats had 2 litters. They were in a pile. Like the mamas just had them and just left them. One pile was all dried up and dead, like it had been abandoned, and the other pile, they were brand new. They were just this small. And I was looking at them. Are they alive or are they dead? A couple of them weren't moving, and I looked at them, and I picked one up, and I was like, oh my goodness, what are we gonna do with all these cats? We already have too many cats. And maybe I could just flush them down the toilet. Oh, but I couldn't do that. Oh my goodness. The truth is, I live in a nightmare. I do have too many cats. We did have 2 litters of kittens. They are about 8 weeks. 5 of them are 8 weeks, and 3 of them are about 6 weeks old. All right, let me start from the beginning. There was a stray cat that was hanging around my chicken coop, and she was living around the house, hanging on my back porch, and she was there for like a year. I never fed her. She sometimes would help herself to the scraps that we feed the chickens. One time I pulled in the yard and I see her running off with a biscuit. So I figure, okay, so maybe she's hanging around because of the household scraps that we feed the chickens, and so she's getting feed from the chickens, and we have a bird bath out front, so possibly she's getting water there. Well, she never went away. Summer, winter, she was always here. She was always around. A sweet cat, a nice cat, but you couldn't get close to her because she's a feral cat. Well, then one day, my husband looks out and says, look. And I looked, and she had kittens. It was just 3 little kittens, and they looked very poor, and she was kind of skinny. And, well, my compassion got the better of me, and I took pity, and I decided, oh, that poor skinny mother. I haven't fed her for a whole year. She's been hanging around, and now she's got babies. Oh, I've got to help her. So I began to feed her. Well, it was a little too late for the kittens. 2 of them disappeared. I guess they died or they didn't survive. So she only had 1 kitten. Okay, that's fine. So we watched the kitten grow up, and we were feeding mama and kitten. Well, that kitten was a female. And Daddy-O, a big black cat, who's not ours, and we only see him occasionally, he popped in one day, and, well, he knocked them both up. So we have 2 stray cats. So this spring we found that both of them were pregnant. Daddy cat is a black cat. We saw him at least twice around here. Well, 3 weeks ago, Mama had her 5 kittens, and now we're expecting any time now kittens from the kitten. She's quite fat. I just hope she doesn't have too many. I have no idea what we're going to do with all these kittens. But we do want to get both cats, both mamas, fixed once the kittens are old enough. Waiting for her to have her litter. We have a second box for her if she uses it. She doesn't let us touch her. She's still afraid of us. But she looks at us in our back window every time she's hungry. She knows to get food from us. I think our cat is about to give birth to kittens. She's been acting very different today. She looks uncomfortable, and you can see how wide her belly is. 3 weeks ago, her mama, which is over there, gave birth to 5 kittens. She's taken a break from her kittens, and she comes over here to rest a while. So both mamas were pregnant. Great. Now I got a problem. So Easter, Mama which we now call her Grandma, she had 5 kittens. And then 2 weeks later, Mama, the kitten that we watched grow up, she had 4 kittens, but 1 died. So we have 8 kittens. They're all either all gray or all black. Only one of them has a little tiny bit of white on its paws. So we've been feeding them and cleaning up their poop. We try to help them to learn how to use the litter box by putting a box of sand in there while they were too small to go down the steps. Well, now they go out in the yard and they do their business, so it's a little less poop. But oh my goodness, I've got 2 cats in the house that are neutered. I don't want to bring any more cats in my house. My house is perfectly peaceful and fine with 2 cats in the house, and I'm not taking in any more cats. I wouldn't mind keeping the Grandma if I could get her fixed. I might be able to catch her because I can kind of get close to her and she's getting more friendly with me. But the other one, the other Mama, she won't let me get near her at all. And so it's going to be really hard to catch her. I'd be willing to pay to have the 2 mamas fixed. But these kittens I don't want. So I have a problem. My compassion has led to a serious situation where I have too many cats. And I am having a hard time figuring out what to do with them. Oh, let me put this back. 5 little kitties. Born on Easter. Mommy's over there watching. Hey, look. How even.
See if you can tell.
Bellies.
Male, female?
It's hard to tell. I want to say that's a male. A bunch of females. Great.
So we need is a bunch of females.
They prefer to stay in their little house that I made for them. Only they don't know I made it. I put a little window so they get a little bit of light. Mama did move her kitties into the little box that I made. They stay all huddled in a pile. One gray and the rest are black.
Just to be like that until this.
Mama, she takes good care of them. She's over there watching me. She's been hanging out in our yard for over a year, almost 2 years now.
No.
Yeah, she was here for a long time. If I were on social media anymore, I could share them on there and maybe somebody would want a cat. But I left social media in January. I find social media to be absolutely fake. You think you know somebody. It gives you the illusion you know people, but you don't. You don't really know them. And you can so easily be misunderstood. And you can misunderstand other people. You can misread people. When I went to Maine to visit my sisters, I thought I was close with one sister, but I realized, oh my goodness, all these years, I thought I had a working close relationship, but really, we'd never had a deep sister-to-sister conversation all these years. Social media only gave me the illusion that we had that when we really didn't. And my other sister, because of poor communication skills, I misread her. I misunderstood her. When I met her face to face, I saw that she's not the person I thought she was. So even, I'm talking family, even social media, it's fake. It's fake. It's just fake. You don't know people. So I left social media and I'm done with it. I've thought about trying to get a good picture of them and maybe putting up a sign at the vet places. But because they kind of stand on the back porch in the shade, and because they're all black or gray, they're so dark, it's really hard to get a good photo of them, so I haven't been able to capture a really good photo of them. And so if you don't have a good photo, people aren't going to be interested. So that's not going to work. What would you do if you were in my situation? I couldn't be so cruel to just bag them up and dump them on the side of the road. That's just irresponsible and cruel. Trying to get an appointment for the mamas to get fixed is challenging. I don't know if it's due to COVID or just that this happens to be kitten season and they're booked. So my friend, she had to drive to several different towns over just to get her female cat neutered. And even if I do make an appointment, there's the challenge of how do I capture the mamas? They don't let me touch them. No, I know when I made the mistake of trying to feed the mama, I did this problem. So you don't have to tell me. I realize that. And there's the mama, and she's got her, I guess you would say, siblings sucking off her. One of her, the gray one is hers. The black ones are not hers. Those are grandma's. But they feed each other's cats, so it doesn't really seem to matter. The kittens will seek food from any parent, and the parents will take care of any child. They adopt them so freely without any question. Too bad humans couldn't be so nice. Grandma feeds hers and her kitties, babies. Well, let's see. I think those 5 are hers. That little one is her cat's cat. And she has a hard time getting in there, I think. But I think they're too old. They're like 8 weeks old. They don't need to be feeding. And here's a cute little one here. And if I am able to get the grandma fixed, how in the world do I keep these kittens away from her without having to bring her in the house while she's healing? In the same place. It's a rainy day, so they're here in the shelter. We did call one animal rescue place, I guess it's what it is, and they wanted us to fill out paperwork to become adoptive parents, and they said they would take the kittens after they're 8 weeks old. But as we're looking at the application, oh my goodness, the questions they're asking, so much private information. Why do I have to answer all these questions like who comes to my house? How much time do they spend here? What is their name? What is their phone number? Who's our landlord? We don't have a landlord. We own the house. They're asking for the phone number of the landlord. It's like, what? They wanted to know our email, our phone numbers. I mean, pretty much everything except our social security number. We're like, wait a second. We don't need to surrender all this information. Do we? To sign up to be adopted parents? We're already adopted parents. We're taking care of these kittens. We just want to get rid of them. Somebody said, put them in a box and just take them out somewhere into a forest or a field and just leave them. They'll survive on their own. I do know that cats can learn to survive on their own. I just hate the thought of doing that to the kittens. And anyways, it's not going to stop the multiplication process. And what if the cats manage to find their way back? So I don't like that idea. Someone suggested just let them go out in the wild. The dogs will probably catch them. Yeah, they probably will. We have a lot of stray dogs in our neighborhood. I could run them over with the car. Oh no, I couldn't. I couldn't do that. That's cruel. I can't be cruel. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do with all these cats. Our county does not have a humane society. I called animal control. We left a message. They haven't called back. I have a friend who might take 2 kittens, but that's the only progress I've made. I'm looking for solutions. I'm open for suggestions. If they are kind and if they are... I really am in a dilemma. If you have suggestions, please share in the comments. I appreciate it. And I can't dispose of them in an inhumane way. That's not me. So no, I don't have a solution on how to get rid of the cats. I'm looking for a solution. But that solution needs to be humane. I can't kill an animal needlessly. It's feeding time. They're waiting for their food. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hello kitties, are you all hungry? You're waiting for your food? Well, I'm bringing your food. But the kittens do their business out here now, so we don't have poop on the back porch anymore. For a while it's pretty stinky back there. This is Grandma. That's what I call her. I have all these unnamed cats. She's the one who started it all. She's enjoying the shade out front in the morning. I usually find the cats out here in the front in the morning. Hello, kitty. I see you playing. Are you bird hunting? Is Mama teaching you how to hunt for birds? Third bird that I've seen these cats catch. We have lots of blue jays around here. They are very mean birds, and they very aggressive. They chase away all the other nice birds. A few less blue jays is okay with me. Besides, the cats need to know how to hunt. That's survival skills right there. Provides entertainment for the rest of the cats and an educational experience.